MACT.
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 Music Association of Central Texas.
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 It's all about live music.
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 MACT, the podcast. You ready? Howdy guys, welcome to episode 6. My name is Stephanie Chavera. I am your host and also vice president of the association. Today we have a super exciting and fun member to interview, which I've been very looking forward. You're like, I don't know, man. Your energy is always just so positive and outfilling. I love being around you. So Patrick, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much.
You ready?
Great to be here. Yes, I am.
Apparently,
yes,
I've popped a couple of cherries already. Top has never done a podcast, so we popped his cherry, and then I'm popping your cherry too.
My first time.
So
Be gentle.
all right. So the reason why I'm very excited to have you is because you will be able to provide a little bit of background on what it's like to be a member and also to be part of the board.
Yeah.
So you're
Brand new at both?
Brand new.
Well,
You've been
pretty brand new, I
voted
guess
in like what?
I started in this summer, pretty much in August, and asked me to be on the board a couple months later. So
Yeah.
I guess it's been 6 or 7 months.
Because
on
we
the
love
board.
your initiative, and we needed somebody that is just as charismatic and has a lot of initiative like you. So
Well, hopefully I haven't or won't disappoint.
you have not.
Right.
So, Patrick, how did you hear about the association?
Oh, let's see. I moved here 20 years ago to get into education. I was an art teacher at the time, so I'm just a kind of a creative soul. And I was looking for venues at that time or outlets or what have you because I was really into songwriting. And I even heard about MACT 20 years ago when Johnny Bradshaw was doing it. He was running it out of Paparolo's.
Yes.
And they would have a meeting, and then in the back area they would have the around the the jam, around the circle jam. So I was part of that. I never did join. I don't know why. I don't know. I wanted to kind of go and play my songs and see what was
That's
what was up. So I kind of just go to get my feet in the water just a little bit, but I didn't actually join. So I've known about it since I've been here for 20 years.
Wow.
And and then we got married and had kids, and I just kind of haven't done much with any of it. But now my son Jet, and I have Jake is 13, but Jet's 16, and he's really, really, really musical, and that's at this moment the direction he wants to go in his life. So he started playing with bass and then drums, and now he's playing guitar, and I thought it'd be cool if we got out and played some. So I really joined it at the same time for both of us to kind of, I don't know, see what's out, in the Waco area and get involved. And here we are.
Heck yes.
Yeah.
Which you also were a part of the Singer-songwriter competition.
Yeah.
And you played a song what Jet played with you.
Yeah.
So
that's been the coolest thing of the whole last year is
That's
playing with my
awesome.
son. That started because we joined a church shortly after COVID, and we joined the worship band there. I play acoustic guitar. He started out wanting to do drums, but he does bass and runs sound, and he's really good at all that sound and recording and all the stuff that you do. So I don't know. I think we're kind of finding our groove, both of us. That's why I
love it.
joined, though, so both of us could kind of just get out there and try to fit in this body of musicians.
You're living a lot of people's ultimate goals and dreams, which is to play with their kids.
Oh, man, he's at home right now at this moment working on our latest project, which
That
we're
is
both really,
so
really
cool.
excited about. And I'm telling you, he is just so talented. So my goal with all this is to get my stuff in somebody else's hands that has more talent singing. I know my limits. I'm not a great singer. I don't mind getting up there and performing. I love it, as a matter of fact. But I want to get my stuff into somebody else's hands that has the time, energy, talent, and effort and money to take. I want to hear my stuff on the radio.
I gotcha.
I want to hear Kenny Chesney singing my stuff.
You know what? It's never too late.
Somebody writes these songs, you know?
You got to keep pushing for what you believe and you love.
I am. And since he's gotten involved, and he is an Enneagram 3, which is kind of the perfectionist. If you know about
Gotcha.
Enneagram.
I'm a 7. I'm a 7.
And so anything he gets his hands on, he is going to just make sure it is to the T.
That is
so with that
wonderful.
said, he's recording and we've got a little studio and stuff, and he's working on stuff. And so I feel a lot more confident fishing my stuff out. So I've, paid $30 here and there to try to fish some stuff to some song pluggers in Nashville. And that's new. So we're working on it.
And he is also a member.
Yeah, he's a member. We joined at the
also
same time.
became a member.
That's why we both joined, so that
I love
we could
it.
kind of get out there, and we have, and it's been really, really fun.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. What made you join the association?
Well, like I say, because he's getting into music, it was really, I say as much for him as it is for me, just to want to get out there and see what was going on in the area and get up and perform some, and we've done that, and it's been really, really cool.
I
think I've taken advantage of every of the open mic nights that we've had, the open jams.
That is a lot of fun.
That's been fun. My kid, he's done basketball, so he was kind of out of it for the last 6 months, but hopefully we'll get back in on it and be able to do some things again.
I love it.
But I'm going to be there regardless.
What has been your favorite part of being a member? Not a board member, but a member.
Yeah, there's been, like I said, there's been an opportunity every other month with open jams, and that's been cool. People don't even know my songs, but they're so talented, they can just jump in and play drums and bass and kind of back you up. And so that's been cool. It's been pretty diverse. Of course, I'm a little more country, and just a lot of different folks out there doing different things. And my favorite thing though was the singer-songwriter.
It was a lot of
to
fun.
do that with my own son backing me up, and that was the coolest.
You needed a trumpet player though.
That's his. I improvise with a trumpet because I do. I do the sounds with my mouth and the drum beats and beatbox. All that kind of drive my family crazy. But so I don't know, man. If I could just get paid for my crazy talents, which I'm trying to do.
You know what? You will one day, because people get paid for the dumbest things these days.
Maybe opportunities out there for
it's
me.
not about which doors you knock; it's about which one opens.
That's right.
So maybe one of these days,
Keep
you'll
on
just
knocking. And until then, try to have fun with it and just try to take advantages of the opportunities that you guys are given and see what we can do with it.
That we are giving, because you're part of the board.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
What are some of the goals that you wish to accomplish as a board member?
So, like I said, I was never part of the MACT until the last almost a year now. I've just heard about things in the past, and something that really piqued my interest was the Groovy Awards. I don't know how that was run back then, but I remember I did go to the website periodically and see who all's winning Groovy Awards. I would love to see that come back maybe in some form or fashion. Now, I don't know what's entailed in it, but I don't know, that was pretty cool to recognize and award local musicians and Song of the Year or whatever. I'd love to be a contender for something like that. I think it'd be pretty neat.
And I know we had James Stone saying on episode 2 that that's not a project that is on the table right now, but it's not 100% discarded or pushed to the side. It's more of we're trying to guide the association into a different route that will benefit in the longer run.
Yeah.
So the Groovies, they could come back. Maybe they come back with a different name.
Yep.
But yeah, I agree with you.
That'd be kind of cool, just an awards night or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It would be, but we
Probably
also
be a lot of work, but we can figure it out.
It is a lot of work. So there's a lot of work behind the association that people don't understand that has to come, has to get done. Like, we have our monthly meetings, and then from those meetings, we usually try to plan the whole month in an hour and a half. So it's kind of like, here's your duty for the month, here's your duty for the month, and then we all kind of do the best that we can. But
so far, so good.
Yeah. What has been your favorite part of being a board member?
Well, like I said, the open jams, I hope to maybe guide one of those evenings, maybe have a headliner or something and find the venue. So, I don't know. I think that would be kind of fun, doing what you're doing is planning. And so maybe something like that.
I can always use some help.
Yeah.
Just let me know.
I found a couple of neat venues that I think would host this. I kind of been putting my feelers out there.
When you were talking about a crawfish board.
I really want to do something like that. I want to do crawfish, but I don't want to pay for it myself.
I just had crawfish for the first time ever in my life. And I don't know that I want to work so hard for so little meat.
That's the fun part of
I
it.
mean, it's
that's
good. I could see what, but man, I'm just a lazy eater.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of one of those, you drink beer, have some crawfish, listen to music. It's just a good time.
Yeah,
Just a good time.
it sounds like it.
And that's what that's what we want to do.
I love
Have a
me
good
some
time.
shrimp though.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
do
We
shrimp.
can do that.
Yeah, because then they
Crawfish
do
or-
like crawfish, shrimp, and
Yeah,
corn and potatoes.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
love
don't know
it.
what we can do fajitas or burgers. I just want to get together, hear live music, and have a good time, which is what we're all about.
I agree.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Patrick. Let's get some fun stuff now.
Okay.
Where are you from? Where were you born?
So I am a Texan, native Texan. A place called Luling. You ever heard of that?
No,
The
where's it by?
Metropolitan of Luling, Texas. It's south of Austin, north of San Antonio. San Marcos, Seguin, New Braunfels, that area.
I know where that is.
And went to Sam Houston in Huntsville. Did a 5.5-year stretch in Huntsville. At the college.
Wow.
Not the prison, at the college. But in that meantime, my family moved to Waco. I moved off to Dallas trying to find myself, trying to be a, $30,000 millionaire, what have you. Kind of got into business and sales. I don't know, doing what my friends were doing. And finally, I'm like, okay, I'm tired of this whole big city life and wanted to move back closer to my family and start my own. So I moved here to get into education. And I was an art teacher and got married and have my kiddos now. And so that's where I'm from. That's where I'm at.
I love
native
it.
Texan.
For how long have you been married?
19.
Oh, wow.
As of last week, 19 years.
I saw that. What is the secret of a long, happy marriage?
Just keep on. Just keep on keeping on. There's ups and downs like everything in life. And you just keep on. And I think God's a big part of it.
Amen.
And Zoloft and a few beers every once in a while and counseling. Hey, maybe that's a song right there.
Hey,
God and Zoloft.
I like that. You can
God,
pick up
Zoloft,
this
and
guitar
beers.
Bust something out real quick.
Yeah,
Do you have any
I see.
siblings?
I do have a brother that's up in Denton area, and he's
Okay.
very creative as well. He's more like presentation and speaker. So I always thought if him and I could get together on the same page, he's in education background too. We could
Okay.
get something going. But and we've done some little projects together, but he's a creative as well. So it's just me and him growing up, and now it's interesting because it's my two boys. So kind of repeating that whole thing. So it's two boys growing up and nothing but guys in my family. It's really strange.
Does he have any kids? You have
Well,
any niece or
he
nephew?
had the first girl in 100 years in the Shade family name.
Wow.
Yeah. And
That's
but
a
he does
long
have
time.
isn't that crazy? So we're all male in our family. Kind of weird.
That's nuts.
So
Literally nuts.
Yes. It's nuts. Well, yeah, he's got two kiddos, a daughter and a son, and they're a little bit older. They're grown now and adulting.
Adulting.
And then my kids are teenagers, 13 and 16. So it's-
Adulting. I like
It's
it,
real
but I
fun.
love it. If I could adult without bills, I would be so happy.
that's the key to life, I guess.
Yeah. What is your history as a musician? When did you start playing? What made you walk this path?
Well, I was in band in high school. I played trombone. I was really good at it, the marching and all that stuff. And my dad always had a guitar around. So my senior year, I kind of just started filling them with the guitar. And before you know it, I'm putting chords together. I don't even know the names of them, but I'm like, okay, well, that sounds good. Just kind of doing it all by ear. We didn't have YouTube back then.
Yeah.
It's more than half a life ago. That was 30 years ago when I graduated. But yeah, I picked around on the guitar and kind of started putting notes, and I'm like, wow, okay. Started listening, that's when the real good honky-tonk music came out, the good country of the 90s, and I started, putting chords together. I was like, I can do this, and I started kind of trying to emulate my favorite artists. Tracy Lawrence was my favorite, is Tracy Byrd, George Strait. I liked all the Texas, not the Texas country, but like the Nashville sound Texas guys, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. No, it makes
Real
100%.
twangy. I love that stuff. That's the stuff I try to write.
I like it.
Real creative.
I love your music. It's
Well,
very
thank you.
original. It's very, very close to the heart. Like you can tell that it comes from your heart when you're writing.
Well,
You're just
thank
like,
you,
oh,
thank
that's, yeah.
It was so creative back in the 90s. They would take like a cliche saying and put a spin on it, like, don't take the girl. Like, I thought that was the coolest, the idea, kind of like a theme. Or George Strait, what's the one that he sings about she let herself go? What do you normally think of when somebody says she let herself go? Yeah. She kind of just got a little dumpy or whatever. Well, his version is he left her. She let herself go on vacation. She let herself go to the spa. That's very, very creative. So I love that creative writing, and that's what I try to do. Sometimes my stuff is almost even borderline corny, but
It's like unpredictable predictions.
yeah, pretty much. That's a good song right there.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Who has been the biggest music influence in your life?
Any of the 90s guys, I love that stuff. It's really weird because I've gone through such weird musical genres in life. I had an older brother, so whatever he was listening to, I was listening to. So back in the 80s, we were into glam until rap came out. The Beastie Boys. Oh man, Run DMC. I loved all that stuff. So I was just really into rap music in the 80s. And I don't know, I guess I just like the hard stuff. And then the honky tonk country came out. It's real raw, I guess maybe is the word I'm looking for. So I really got into that. Just completely changed it and got the boots and the hat and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And just from Luling, so everybody was country.
Was there any musicians in your family?
No, not really. I mean, my dad played guitar. He had it around, but he didn't really.
You just play for the bonfire.
Yeah, that's all I
Gotcha.
enjoy doing.
I like
I'm
it.
kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of out there, like I guess sometimes a big personality or whatever, so I like to be the center of the stage. So I noticed that when you have a guitar, people start, oh, you can play, whatever, yeah. Start singing a little bit and start trying to emulate my favorite guys, and so that's kind of what started it all.
I grew up in a music environment with my father, so for me it's been always kind of around, but I didn't realize how cool it was until I stopped playing music and I started to kind of witness that in other people, and I'm like, oh, that is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I was like, I have to get back to it.
What age were you
when I got back to it?
when you got into it in the first
So
place?
I picked my first guitar when I was 12, and it was at my grandmother's house. I remember that it was just sitting somewhere, and I grabbed it and I started playing, and I joined some clubs from my middle school and things like that. And then I got here to America, and yada yada yada. I fell out of the wagon and was out of all of that for a very long time, and then got back to it back in 2018, 2019. So, yeah.
Cool.
It's always there. Yeah. Don't you interview me.
What's going on here?
What do you all love the most about playing music?
Well, like I said, I kind of like to be center of the stage sometimes.
Yeah.
It's captivating, if I can captivate an audience, and they're listening to something that I wrote. That's a pretty cool feeling.
Yeah.
And it's I have had one person record one of my songs. That was really exciting. So I mean, that's kind of my favorite thing. It's just love playing and gearing the audience's reaction, and see if I have something there.
I like it.
Yeah.
What is the best memory you have as a musician?
So it was been actually the day I started my teaching job. I had gotten on something called Honky Tonk Hero, and that was in Fort Worth. I applied for it. It was the guy. It was kind of like an American Idol. He was trying to do something with country and pitch it to the networks. Obviously, it never took off because you guys haven't heard of Honky Tonk Hero. But it was kind of like, what am I saying? It was his demo or what have you to pitch to the networks.
Gotcha.
So I got to be part of that. That was pretty cool. I was like
Okay.
one of 12 people that got chosen to sing original country. So that's kind of what started it all. So when I moved here.
That's
And
cool.
So, Honky Tonk Hero. I remember the song that I did. I did a song called The Honky Tonk Incorporated. Kind of like take this job and shove it. Because it's funny because I was leaving Dallas at that time. I got out of business. I was getting into education. It's like, so I wrote a little song about joining the Honky Tonk Incorporated. It's like, yeah, I'm done with all this business world. I'm going to wear boots now. I'm going to play music and don't get paid for it. But hadn't quite panned out that well. But hey, maybe one of these days. One of these days.
Don't discard it, man.
Yeah.
You're still
It's
young.
a passion.
You're still very young. No, you're young.
My kid's involved with it, so I can get some stuff through.
When I think of old, I think of like 85 or 90.
Okay, well,
I feel like you are at a very. How old are you? Like 30?
I'm 49.
Are you 40?
Yeah, 49.
Well, you look very.
I
You're
don't think-
aging like wine.
It's the hat. I was wearing
You're
the hat,
aging
so
like
you don't have to see
Brandy.
my bald head. Well, thank you so much. Aging like Brandy. Hey, that's a song right there.
There you go.
Who's Brandy? I don't know who Brandy.
Tell us a little bit about your personal projects. Do you have anything going on?
At
Do
this
what's
moment,
coming up?
Jet is working on something, and once again, back to the cliche thing.
Mm-hmm.
I came across this little thing, guilty as charged. Everybody's heard that, right? It's a cliche saying, guilty as charged.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, all right, what can I do with that? It's like, okay, well, it's got to be a female perspective for this idea. Guilty as charged. She has a credit card habit. He finds out, so she gets busted. Guilty as charged. So, and then now she's trying to figure out how to win him back. So she's charges a vacation trip to Mexico. She's trying to win his love back. But that's my latest. So it's really just fun. I actually pitched it to Holly Tucker.
Oh yeah,
she was interested at a time. That's been years ago. So maybe when Jet and I get this little demo finished, I can fish it back to her and say, hey, come record it now. It's done.
Man, I know I'm gonna say this person again, but Morgan Lee Powers is she is.
You think she'll do it?
She reminds me, if you guys have not had the chance of checking out Morgan Lee Powers, y'all need to check her out. She actually won her singer-songwriter competition this past year. And she reminds me of a country Taylor Swift.
Yeah. I remember hearing her stuff.
Very talented, very
on
humble, very...
And she's getting...
She's very good.
She's getting some trajectory there these days. So.
I really like... Shout
I'll
out to
pitch it
Morgan
to
Lee
her.
Power. Yeah.
That is my goal
You
in
should
life,
check it out,
to get somebody like her.
You know, it might just be that one song that makes her big, and then all of a sudden, bam, Patrick's a millionaire.
That's it.
You never know, man.
So like I say, some of my stuff is a little borderline corny almost, but I love that stuff, like the play on words and kind of figure out how to put a twist on a cliche saying. I've done a bunch of those. So.
I love it.
That's my latest that we're working on right now, and a million other ideas floating around in my head.
I like it.
Yeah.
You think this is over, but it's not.
That's what?
You think this is over, but it's not. It is not. He does not know about the next one. I have a surprise segment for you.
Oh,
and you did not see that coming, and I did it on purpose. So I am going to throw 10 quick questions at you. You're going to answer. You're going to tell me the first thing that comes to your head. You cannot take your answer back.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Fender or Gibson?
Fender.
Best brand of strings?
Martin Retro for acoustic is the ones I go with. Yeah.
Carlos Santana or Slash?
Slash.
Van Halen or Jimi Hendrix?
Oh. Van Halen.
Favorite amp brand?
See, I'm just not much into the PV.
PV.
I don't know. I just don't know much.
Okay,
about
then I'm gonna switch this for you.
Just give
then
me a guitar. I just want to play. I don't really.
Then I'm gonna replace this one. Willie Nelson or George Strait?
Oh, George, my hero.
Shiner or Lone Star?
Shiner.
Big Red or Dr. Pepper?
Mountain Dew.
Oh, you lose. Whataburger or In-N-Out?
Whataburger for sure.
Favorite guitar solo of all times?
Man, you put me on the spot. So cheesy.
And you
November Rain. Oh, yeah.
Hey, that's a great one. November Rain is one of my favorite songs of all time.
So, yeah, it's an amazing song.
Yeah. I was born in November, so it's just like, yeah, I love it.
That was pretty cool, though.
It's a very good song. Yeah,
at the risk of sounding totally cheesy. Yeah. Oh, man, that's a good one.
It's a good one. If you could bring back one musician that is not longer with us, who would it be?
I'd have to say Michael Jackson, the king of pop.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a dance move named after you or created.
Yeah.
You created a dance, revolution.
Yeah.
The moonwalk. Yeah. So he was the greatest entertainer of all time.
Have you watched the movie This Is It? It's literally, it's a movie made out of all the last rehearsals that he had before he went on tour, before he announced all of that. And the way his mind works when he's making music, it's wicked.
I know.
It is
I've seen some of
so
that.
wicked. You need to go check it out. And yeah, he'll
I do the
start
same
be
thing,
like, and he'll tell the keyboard player, no, not like that. like this, you know.
Just a little bit, you know.
You're out of pitch. You're out of pitch.
You know, stuff like that. And it's just so wonderful to see a mastermind of the music create stuff right on the spot or see how their wheels are turning. I think
That's why I
that's
say
very
that.
powerful.
Before he died, people would bag on him like, oh, dude, come on now. It's Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
He's a little different, but, you know, the guy invented a dance move. And Billie Jean, I mean, come on.
Nobody that's normal has ever made it big. Simple as that. So if you're weird, stay weird.
I got to get a little weirder. Well, I don't know if I can do that. I'll try.
Patrick, do you have any music on Spotify? You have a website? Do you have anywhere?
No, I'm working on it. My kid's the techie one, and we're trying to get some stuff really finalized. We're trying to get 5 songs together, and I think we've got 3 that we're really proud of. So a couple more, and then we'll do some stuff on Spotify. I use something called Song Space, but it's not like really accessible too much. Like I can't tell you to go anywhere and find some. I got some stuff on YouTube, nothing much that I'm really too proud of at the moment. But hey, 2 come out. Trying to get it all together now that Jet is, recording. He's into all that. So
I love it. Is there anything you would like to say to our people watching? Any words of encouragement to the musicians? Any shout outs?
Music makes the world go round. So just support music,
Yeah.
I guess we don't have Napster anymore, so don't steal your music, but
Or LimeWire.
subscribe, go out, have fun, watch your local music people, support music. That's about all we can do, and just encourage your musical friends and invite them over to play around the campfire or what have you, and just listen. That's the word. Listen, just listen. Keep your ears open.
You heard it, Patrick Shade, y'all, newest member of the board of the Music Association of Central Texas. Thank you very much for tuning in. It was episode 6. I will see you for episode 7. We have Steve Bash, I think it's Steve Bash. So make sure you subscribe, like, share, and send us an email if you have any suggestions for any episodes you'd like to see.
Members that you think
yes, we are currently still looking for members, board members too. So members always open, and then we have 2 spots open for board members. So
ton of music people in the area. We just got to get together.
Send them over here. But we did it. See ya next time. MACT.
MACT.
Music Association of Central Texas.
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 The MACT podcast is produced by the Music Association of Central Texas, a 501c3 organization. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and visit us at mactx.org or on our Facebook page. Thanks for listening, and please support your local musicians and venues because it's all about live music.